URL.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Slam.
First carry for James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
We got a 44.
On second down, Conner looking for space.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Blue 30. 57 to Mike. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And his throw here's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Joker. Alert.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here we go.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's put that team on the bus.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Get in the way,
They'll try to run it. This is Conner, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Yes, sir.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Great run
The
stop.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 13. 198.
Now it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Ingram, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Check.
Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Snead. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo. Go! These babies cry all the way back home. Check.
Jackson will throw again. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The drive will start with Connor, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. And the Chiefs have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Slam, slam, slam. Lights 57. 57's Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Roethlisberger will throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
That's how we do, D.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You're soft, baby. That's baby soft. Tighten up.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's trash. That's trash. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's in front. Off.
Now Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll run on first down. It's Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Snead's got it. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the twist. Check 3. Check 3.
Watch the safety creep.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Black 80, no foul. Guilt trip is here. Undercrush. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger, and this one's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw, and he'll find Washington. That's complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Black 20. Check.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this in intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Hey, check, zoom. Watch 55.
Here we go.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Check safety. Kill. Go. Turn it up.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Let's take it inside his own 40. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
On the run is Connor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Switch. 50. Go. Boy, son. 57's the
On 3rd down, it's Connor. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go, go. Check 31.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, and an alley to run. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage. Sets
him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Black 20. Let's go, G.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he rifles one incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bud Dupree.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
57, Mike 57. Pick me up. Here we go.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, wahoo.
Defense, no game.
Black,
on 1st down, Connor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I know you feel
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Blue 30.
57's the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Black.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Tyus Bowser. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Roethlisberger to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Here's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
198. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Race on. Travel. Go. Motion, motion, motion. Orbit.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Jackson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Watch 98. 98's the mic. Let's go one more. Kill.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
198.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
Hatchet. Check that. Check 99. Let it go.
Again, Jackson. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Connor on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
White 80.
Check pass. Check pass.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Got it. 98. Watch now. 98 for Mike. Bandit.
Back to throw. On the move to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Jackson to throw. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Here we go. Watch twist. Check.
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here we go. 98 for Mike. Got you, son. I got you, son. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for him. Watch his run.
He'll look to throw.
Switch.
This will be caught by Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Check 4.
Slam.
Here's Jackson. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Roethlisberger to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's it, baby.
Here we go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up, but in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That is incomplete. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. To throw again is Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that changes everything here in OT. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. You know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Black 20.
Mike 57. Watch the screen. Pass.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From the 41, Roethlisberger to the right side to Eric Ebron. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big pickup of 38. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll look to run with counter. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be counter. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Pittsburgh, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.